how are you? My name's Samantha and this is episode 28 of the Khaos Kismet podcast. This is Lilith, who's complaining for no reason. This is my little place on the internet where I talk about the mostly crochet stuff that I've been doing in the last week, and anything that I talk about, anybody that I talk about will be linked down below. It's been a bit of a busy week. I've been wrapping up on my course. Still got the last couple of bits to hand in for that, but most of it is done now. I have been house hunting. I have been on the phone to so many people. It's so difficult to find a house to rent. The main problem that I'm running into at the minute is because I'm a single income household. And because I'm a single income household, they don't want to rent to me, even though I'm very good at paying my bills. And they can see that. But they're like, oh no, we can't rent to a single mum. Ridiculous. Anyway, enough of that. That has been taking up quite a lot of my time this week. So I do have some stuff. I have a couple of finishes. I have a couple of whips. One of which is a new pattern that I'm designing. She's a very needy dog. If you haven't had the pleasure of dealing with Lilith before, she's a rescue and therefore comes with certain caveats. She's also a Staffy cross, a Staffy lurcher. So Staffies are well known for their needy hugginess. And she definitely has needy hugginess. She always likes to be touching somebody. She thinks she's a lap dog. She's clearly not a lap dog. I'm not going to disturb her now because she's quite settled. But if you see her full size, she likes to sit on my lap. And she's up here somewhere. But she thinks she's that size. Terrible. Oh God, there's a dog barking outside. Anyway, how are you? Have you been well? If you're in the UK, have you had this really weird weather? It's all over the place. I've been waiting to record because the weather kept going from being super bright and sunny to raining and dark, and I'm having to put lights on. It's currently 4:30. And I thought, I don't want to leave it too... I'm sorry if that jiggled there. The dog's just jumped up at the window. I didn't want to leave it too late because... yeah, I just didn't. Last week, I had to leave last week's video on overnight. And it still wasn't done when I got up in the morning. And it usually takes quite a while to upload, but it never takes that long. So, I don't know. But we had really bad thunderstorms last week as well, so I don't know if my internet was just being a bit iffy. But I watched a thing this week, and it was some guy that was... I forgot to make my phone quiet. There's a guy that was doing some experimentations with YouTube, and it turns out that if you've got a lot of viewers and a lot of subs on your channel, you upload stuff far quicker. That's one of the perks of having a bigger channel. Whereas it takes me hours to upload things because I'm obviously a very small channel, and someone with lots and lots of followers and things, it takes them a fraction, and I'm literally talking a fraction of the time. It's crazy. So, if everyone could just get everybody they know to watch my videos just so I can upload them faster, that would be great. I don't even care about anything else. I just want my videos to upload faster at this point. Because it takes so long. It'll get there. It will get there eventually. Right. Let's show you some stuff. First thing I'm going to show you is a finish that was on my Stitcher library on Monday. On Mondays I post Stitcher library videos, which is me, and of course she's got her bone now. I'm sorry. Stitcher library videos in which I'm working my way through my rather extensive Ravelry library. That is really hard to say for some reason. I have not had a lot of sleep, so words might be a little mushy today. It's been a long week. So yes, Stitch Your Library, sorry the dog just distracted me. Stitch Your Library goes up on Mondays. They're just short videos, they're usually only like 10 minutes long, where I have an ongoing project, a big ongoing project, and then I'll show you like my progress on that. Plus I usually make one of the smaller projects as well, just so you're not getting bored seeing the same thing every week. And all the details will be on that, so if you go to Monday Stitch Your Library, you will see this. He's cute. So cute. Oh, let's see. Are we in frame there? Now, you will notice that this is not yarn. This is, in fact, sorry, it's a little bit crinkly. This stuff. I used to do a lot of needle felting. And I don't even know if... No? Oh, come on, camera. You can do better than this. No. I don't even know if these people still are in business. It's Teeswater Loose Fleece, the colour of Strawberries and Cream. And this fleece comes from a local farm in Devon. And I was trying to show you the picture of the sheep on it. I'll see if I can... Oh, there you go. Right, can you see how curly they are? So they literally just cut the locks off them and then they dye them. So they come out all already curled for you, which is nice. And I used to have, I used to use that a lot for like doll hair and things like that. But it's very good for little amigurumis as well. So that is my one finished object. I will have... And I do have another finished object, but I haven't shown it on my Stitch Your Library yet. If you're on my Instagram, you'll have seen it already. But I don't want to show it on here until I've shown it on my Stitch Your Library. Right, I do have another finished object that I can show you though. And it is the virus shawl. It is rather huge. I've not blocked it yet. I'm kind of looking through the shawl to see if it's in shot. There we go. This is made from Sardar Shawley in the colour Honesty. And I can't remember the makeup of it, but it's kind of got a bit of a halo to it. And this is a really nice size for putting around like this. Or you... I mean, it's nice like this, and it comes to just there. I'm 5'9", and it sits just at my elbows. Oh, so if you're a smaller person, then it'll be a nice big shawl on you. Or it's a nice size for putting around like this as well. But because it's, the yarn weight is weird. It's thinner than a 4-ply, but it's heavier than a lace. What? Can you see this? She's sitting like pawing at me because she wants attention. So this is 200 grams. Oh, wow, I'm saying it's 200 grams. I used 2 balls of it. I have, I think, 13 grams left. But because the virus shawl is a 4-row repeat, so you do like one, it's a free pattern, you get lots and lots and lots of different variations of it. But it's basically, you do these chains, then you do a DC row, a DC row, and a DC chain 1 row, and that's your 4-row repeat. I don't want your scabby bone thing. So I like to end it on one of the DC rows. And I've never actually found an edging that I like for a virus shawl. Because the whole thing is so lacy, I don't know, it just seems weird. Like putting a plain border on it, I think just looks out of place because the rest is so lacy. and then putting a lace border on it's pretty moot because you're not really going to notice it. I'm sorry, she's being very, very needy and annoying right now, but at least she's not barking. Oh, poor pup. So yeah, that is my 2 finished objects. Like I said, I have got another one as well, but I can't show you that till next week. But you will see it on Monday if you watch my Stitcher Library. So, whips. I only have 2 whips as well, and the really? I'm so sorry if you can hear that. They're not even really going to be very much to look at. No, I have 3 whips. Sorry, 3 whips. And they're not very much to look at. They're all in the very early stages because the bit of time that I had, I've spent trying to finish things rather than... I get to a point where I can't have so much stuff around and I get really, really stressed by it. So I just wanted to get some stuff finished. So I got my 2 biggest whips and I just knocked them out this week, and that's where most of my crafting time has gone. However, if you remember last week I was talking about my small person. Do you have to? Apparently she does. Last week I was talking about my small person wanting an emotional support pig. I was like, okay my love, I will design and make you an emotional support pig. He wants it big, he wants it like so you can hug it. So, what we have is some of this, which is Stylecraft Special Aran in Raspberry, and some of this, which is Paintbox in, I can't remember the colour name, give me a second. Colour 249. Alright, so yeah. So that's for the pink. Ooh, I don't know if that's focusing. That's for the pink, and it is Paintbox Aran. And this is Stylecraft Special Aran in Raspberry. This raspberry, I've had this in my stash for probably years. So I thought I'll use this up. In fact, I know exactly when I bought this because I was making... Sorry, the dog keeps jumping up at the window and knocking the camera. Do you remember a few years ago there was a big craze with the Lilith? Like the kids poncho type things that button up down here. Well, I bought this. I loaded this to make an order. I had an order for a few of them, and that was what I had left. So I've definitely had that in my stash for quite a few years now. And this is as far as we've got. We have a leg. Now my plan... Ooh! That will be flat on the bottom. So my plan is to do the 2 legs, join them together, crochet up the body, make the arms, crochet the arms in, do the head, and then the only things that you'll have to sew on will be the schnozzle, the ears, and a wee tail. He does not want clothes on it, he does not want pattern on it, he does not want any kind of embellishments on it. He just wants a plain pig that he can hug. Is that okay? I'm using a 3mm hook for this, which I don't usually, because I'm quite a loose crocheter. Normally I would use like a 2.5, but I thought I'll give it a go with a 3 and see how it goes. And it's actually coming out okay. It's not gappy. I don't know if you can see it at all, but yeah, it's not gappy. So that one's a little bit easier on my hands than the 2.5. So it's not much, but it's a start. So that is one little whip. That has more of a start in it than the next thing. So a dog sneezing there. Are you okay? What have I done with my book? Oh my goodness. Where is... I don't know what I've done with the book. Sorry, you're like... fell down the side of the sofa. That's what I done with my book. So, Zoomigurumi. If you have been here before, you will know that I am currently working my way through this book. I have made Eugenio, which is the big white one. I've made Henry. And now, I am making Flora. Let's see. Picture of Flora. Flora. But she can also sit down, so I think she's jointed. So this is Flora the Fawn by Sarsil. Now, this is to use worsted weight and a 3.75mm hook. I am using drop saffron in the colour 67, and this is a 4-ply fingering weight cotton, 100% cotton. So I'm using that for the main body, and I've got this one which is colour 23, and I'm using that for the, see the darker bits, like our little hoofs, and it's our hands, our hoofs, all 4 of our hoofs, and then around the top of her ears she's got a little bit of dark brown as well. And then other than that, the only other colour, Lilith, no, the only other colour is in a little headband, and I'll just use whatever scraps I've got for that. So yeah, after all that build up, this is as far as I've got. Are you impressed? I'm very proud of my efforts. I started this a couple of days ago. I started it and then I put it down because I had to go and do something, and then I completely forgot all about it because I put it away. Being organised, I put it in my bag, and then because it's in the bag it doesn't exist anymore because of my stupid squirrel brain. So this is as far as I've got. And it wasn't until I was checking through my book to see what to put on for the podcast today, and I was like, oh yeah, forgot about that. It's fine. So I'm putting it all back in here now, and I just need to kind of hope that I remember it exists. It'll be okay. I have it written down as part of my plans for next week, so I should make it. Right, the last thing that I've got is this. While I was sorting it, I've got like a little craft area. It's not even a craft, I've got a little storage area at the back of the house, and it's like an extension that the people put on, but it's not really big enough for anything apart from just storing stuff. So I keep all my craft stuff in there. And I was in there looking for something else the other day, and I came across this box. And I was like, oh, I need to pack some stuff. Let's see what's in that box and see if I can empty it so I can use it for packing stuff. And then it turns out that it's full of yarn. I was shocked and surprised. And it's for this blanket. This is a kit that I got from the Knitting Network. It's the, gosh, what was in the way? The Shoreline blanket. And it is made with emu yarn. Now, I've never used this before. I don't normally use chunky. This is Emu Classic Tweed Chunky. And there are, I'll just read it off here, in the kit. So it's classic tweed chunky yarn, which is 80%, it's 150 metres a ball. I don't know if that's good or bad because I never use chunky. It's 80% acrylic, 15% merino and 5% viscose, which I'm guessing is what the neps are because they're usually viscose. And in the kit you get 2 balls of sand. No, you're not sand. Oh, see, if I was a good podcaster I would have done this already. Right, 2 balls of sand, 1 ball of off-white, that's quite nice. It's like an arony colour. It's like, you know the old Aran jumpers that you used to get? Well, I don't know, my granny used to knit them a lot. And that's the sort of thing that I envisage when I think about Aran jumpers. 1 ball of off-white, 1 ball of the grey, which I really like. If you're not aware, my entire life is centred around pink, grey and black with a bit of purple. Deep Rose, which is this one. Blossom, which is this one. Dark Denim, which is this one. I did not mean to put that so close, sorry. And Moss, which is this one. And it's really nice yarn. I've never used it before, but it seems really soft. And the bit of knitting that I have done with it, it's knitting up really nicely. It's not splitty. It's not like difficult. I mean, it's got that bit of merino in it to make it nice and soft, but you know, you can put as much merino as you like into a bad acrylic and this is what we've got. So it's a feather and fan pattern. So what I've done so far is this bit, which is the garter stitch border, and then this is the first repeat. I'm just about to add in this colour, which is why it's not got the ball band on it. But I'll see, you can see it really well in that picture. See the feather and fan pattern, which I don't know how many of you knit or have ever like tried knitting lace, but feather and fans are a pretty standard knitting kind of pattern for things like blankets and shawls and all sorts of stuff. It's usually, I think, probably one of the first lace patterns that people would learn. It is super easy. It is a 4-row repeat and it is literally like, I'm not even gonna like be bothered about showing you the pattern because it's literally just a feather and fan. It's a 4-row repeat and all you do is you have a section of stitches and in those stitches you knit 2 together for half of them. You do yarn over and then you knit 2 together for the other half. No, quarter, half, quarter. Am I explaining that? Does that make any kind of sense to anybody apart from me? I'm really sorry if it doesn't. But basically, if you want to knit something that looks a little bit fancy, like that, you don't have to do a blanket, do it as a scarf or a shawl or even a cowl. It'd be really good for using up scraps. And just, yeah, quite nice. If you just look up online, you don't need to do this and buy a kit for it or anything. If you just look up online, feather and fan, you'll get a million different tutorials for it. Lilith, no. There's a polar bear on the telly. I think she feels the need to rescue me from this polar bear. She doesn't understand, you know, we have the telly mounted up on the wall and she doesn't understand the telly. So she doesn't understand that things on there aren't real. And when things walk off the screen, she jumps up and because we've got like a seat, the unit, and then there's like a little, I don't know, she can stand on it anyway. It's like a little cupboardy thing. that she can stand on, and she puts her front feet on there and then she looks behind the telly for whatever it is that just walked off the screen. She does it all the time. It's hilarious. It's not so hilarious when she's jumping at the telly. That's more scary. But, oh, did the polar bear run away? Oh dear. So yeah, now that I have that established, and because say it's a 4-row repeat, you do lace on 1 row and then there's 2 knit rows and a purl row. So super easy. Super easy. And you can just put markers in between the sections. If you're ever knitting lace, I recommend any kind of lace, even simple lace, put markers in between the sections so that you know if you get to the end of that section and you've got too many stitches or not enough stitches, it's only that one section you have to take back, not the whole thing. I've learned that lesson the hard way. I have had to rip back many a lace project. What on earth have you got now? Dog's crazy. And that is it for everything that I've been making. This top's really annoying. It's just my like being comfy in the house top. It's got, because I'm a grown up. Right, what is that? What is that? She's a pest. She keeps stealing things and then running off with them because I'm talking to somebody who's not her. Right, so that's everything that I've been working on. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I bought, which I don't do very often at all, but I will show you. I'll show you this fabric that I got because I'm going to go and do some sewing after this. It's upside down. Let me show you the right way around. It's like it's very tattoo-esque. It's all like pin-up type, pin-up traditional tattoo-y stuff. Love it. So I'm going to make some project bags out of that. I also managed to pick up this. Now, I've never done Bargello before. I've seen lots of other people doing it. This is from Aldi, I do believe. I got this second hand, so I think it's from Aldi. It's got everything in the kit. See, it's got the little, it's quite pale, you might not be able to see it, but it's got a little wall hanging thing. And it's on plastic canvas. And you do that and it has a little hanger thing. It's very pretty. And see, I've never tried it, so I thought I would get some and try it. And the last thing that I got is this, which I also got second hand. And I know I've stopped doing my cross stitch and embroidery stuff on here, but I thought I would show you anyway. So these are all the different patterns inside, and its complete kit comes with everything that you need to make all of these. And yeah, it's cool. Oh no, it comes with the patterns you need to make all of these. It comes with stuff to make 2 of the projects, this one and this one, and then it's just the patterns for the rest of them. But literally, let's have a look. Ooh, that's how much floss that you get, and that is more than enough. The fabric that you get is this like linen-y stuff. Let's see, let's take it out of there. It's like thick kind of canvasy stuff, and there's a yellow and a white, and then 2 bits of the canvasy stuff. So I'm guessing it wants you to put these on and then put that on top of it, so you're stitching through 2 layers. you only get one hoop. And there's the little book, which has got all the, teaches you how to do all the stitches, all the finishing, everything like that. And then you've got all your transfers. So yeah, I don't know if you could see that, but because this has, they're iron-on transfers, because this has been laid down in the bottom of the box, it is transferred slightly onto the bottom of the box. So now there's just like a weird, like, ghost of a pattern on the bottom. But the hoop seems alright, it's pretty nice, decent quality. The book's nice, and I think I only paid about £6 for this. The original one's like 3 times that at least. I can't remember how much it was, but I remember looking at it on Amazon, and I had it on my Amazon wishlist for a while. But it was quite expensive, so I'd never got it. But yeah, I got it for, I'm sure it was like £6 or £7. Oh, this dog, can you stop? Right. Other than that, I've not really been up to much. Like I say, I've mostly been house hunting, finishing off my course, and that's about it really. Not been doing much. I haven't had much time to read. I haven't had the brain space to read. I've not even been reading trashy novels. I've not even been listening to audiobooks. I've been watching quite a lot of business podcasts, which again is just eating up the last bit of my brain space. I have been watching yarny podcasts and stitchy ones, some floss tubes. Oh, my next floss tube will be out tomorrow as well. So my next floss tube will be getting recorded tomorrow, and internet permitting will be up tomorrow. And I think that's about it. I've not really been doing much else. Oh yeah, I have been watching the Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is like the perfect thing when you don't have brain but you just want to watch something. Gilmore Girls is one of my like things that I like to watch. Okay, it sounds like the dog is now destroying something, so I'm going to go, and I will see you on Monday for Stitch Your Library. Have a lovely weekend, and yeah, I hope you're having better weather than we're having. Bye.